So, one of my main problems was not being silent and not having any boundaries. But because of the way I was extremely traumatized, that's why I had no boundaries. So, a normal person doesn't just go and share everything, and no one's like me, okay? But the only reason why I was that way is because I was traumatized to death, and because I'm reaching out for a friend, because I didn't have one, because all I knew was death. So I'm like scrambling around the world like, you have to save me. And that's a natural response from being extremely traumatized. You naturally want a good, stable, happy environment. The young lady I met at St. James Church might have been, was a real person. It's just, it never ever happened before, and it never ever will happen. I never saw her before, and it's just bizarre. But it was very nice that a young lady loved on me. Like, my family should have been there. Like, my so-called friends should have been there. So, it was just a magical 2 hours that will never happen again. And, whatever. It's just weird that I thought maybe she was a ghost, and then I texted my homeless friend, and she says, well, she was an angel. So, it's a ghost. It's just weird, but, it could have easily been a young lady that sometimes visits Lancaster. I mean, I really wanted to know the whereabouts that she lived. Just no information at all. I mean, I don't know about us enjoying talking to one another. She just loved me. I was hurt. I was traumatized to death and hurt, and she just loved me. I mean, I didn't get that hardly at all in my life. Nobody does that. Nobody will sit down and listen to you talking an hour, and then they talk, and then she play music. That'll never happen again. I mean, I hate it when you only see people like once a year, not even once a year, and they still consider you their friend, and it's just bizarre. People are really weird. My so-called friend, for 20 years, I mean, I didn't see her for a year. Her mom died, and she spent all the, and I'm not asking for that, but yeah, she was very mean to me. And her so-called angel, she called us angels. Me and Ted were her angels, right? And Ted and her are the same age. 20 years older than me. If Ted were alive, he'd be 63. And if we were her so-called angels, well, she didn't pay much attention or cared about us at all when she's out giving everybody else her mom's money, and never ever came over to Ted's house but a few times. There's only a few times. She's awful. And she's like, oh, I paid for these paintings that I have at my house. No, she didn't. I'll tell you how that went down. Only a few times there was a leech, and then there was her girlfriend leech, and another one that died. Alright, so she was given out, she was with them for the whole year, and blew all that money, and only came over to Ted's like a few times. So maybe one of the 2 times that she came over, I mean, just a few times, and that's just the way it is in this world. Like the worst people do whatever they want, and she never did crack, but she certainly gave it away when her mom died. I mean, bought it for all the people, her bad friends. She didn't do it, but she gave them hundreds of dollars to do it. She's crazy. The one girl died, the other guy disappeared, and the other woman still leeches off of her. She's crazy. You don't want anyone to do the drug, but you're giving people money to do the drug. People are crazy. They're nuts. So, me and Ted, drink fucking Magnums. She barely comes over. So the one time she brings over a case of beer, Yingling. Bought pizza. Right. Wanted to buy my paintings, but didn't have any money. Never paid for. Never paid. And she did give me like $20 a piece, but then Ted told us to get out because he was jealous of me and Kathy talking. Wow. I wasn't supposed to say her name. Oh well, she's on her deathbed anyway. I mean, going to die real soon. She gave me $40, and I had to give her the 20 back. I mean, for 2 paintings, 2 nice paintings. I don't even know what the hell she did with the butterfly painting. I gave her like 5. She supposedly bought 5 paintings for me. Okay, well, these paintings she didn't even pay. She only paid $10 each for, because I had to pay for her taxi cab home, and I went with her because Ted told us to get out because he was jealous because both of us were talking to each other and not to him. So he, oh my God, the Lancaster police guy, oh my God, he was funny. He's like, yeah. 2 ladies like you buying me, and if I get home from work, you're gonna buy me beer, Yingling, and pizza. Yeah, your friend is weird. He kicked you off the property. There's no reason for that. Like, wow, I would have let you stay for as long as you wanted, finish eating your pizza, drinking your beer. Like, I would have let you stay on my property. Okay, he's a weirdo, but it's his property. I just have to make sure that you get on the taxi cab. I had to pay for that taxi. Kathy never paid me back. But maybe you can say she paid me back when I was homeless with Jim. And she was around the 6-pack, and she gave me a 20 because I needed it. I was homeless like so much for 2016 to 2018, 2019, whatever. She did give me 20, so she did actually. But that was just for feeling sorry for me. But she does that all the time to other people. Like, well, she only did that once for me. God, it's such a sad life. Like, other people get like, I never had any money. I could never do anything. You can't do anything without any money. That's outrageous. My sad life. And I even forgot the subject that I was originally talking on. The nice girl. Oh, the boundaries. Yeah, I never had any boundaries because I was severely abused and hurt that bad that I'm going out and I'm like trying to latch on to somebody that actually cares, and nobody cared. But a few people did, and they're just like, well, I hope your Jesus blood thing keeps you going, so keep it up. Okay, so, alright. I did get some people to listen to me, so that's a good thing. But normally people do not just tell you everything. I'm a weirdo, okay? I'm weird. I'm not weird that I do that. I do not think I'm weird at all. I was that hurt. And that's why I did that. I'm like, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. You hear me crying. And that's why I did that.